The smell of coffee is in the air. It must be time for another episode of The Art of Struggle. Welcome to another episode of my podcast called The Art of Struggle. You can hear me rant about art, video games, movies, pop culture, CGI, the industry, and much, much more. My name is Fatayo Pawoye, and I'll be your guide as we explore the world of CG, pop culture, and the people who make it all possible. Alright, let's dive right into today's articles. It seems Epic Games is bypassing the Google Play Store for Fortnite's Android release. Epic Games has confirmed that it won't be distributing Fortnite's upcoming Android release through Google's official Google Play Store. Instead, Android users will be tasked with downloading the game directly from Epic's website, something possible but not explicitly common for major Android apps. On Android, would-be Fortnite players will need to navigate to Epic's website to download an APK that will prompt users to adjust their security settings specific to that one file and then download the game in full. All in all, it's similar to Epic's decision to distribute Fortnite through its own launcher on PC and Mac rather than through popular game platforms like Steam. In a Q&A with Eurogamer, Epic's Tim Sweeney dished on the company's reasoning for doing so. As you'd expect, he mentioned that avoiding the 30% cut platform owners like Google typically take from game revenue was a motivator behind the decision. So yeah, you got to think about, hey, for every dollar I make, they make 30% off that. So yeah, Epic's definitely taking the route. They already know their game is a hit. They know that the fanboys are going to come through regardless. So yeah, of course I'm going to bypass the gatekeepers. I am the gatekeeper. Come to my house to get it, bypass Walmart to go directly to the vendor. That's brilliant on Epic's part. They keep all their money, and they know it's going to be a $1 billion game. So I'll take it all, please. Thank you very much. The 30% store tax is a high cost in a world where game developers 70% must cover all the costs of developing, operating, and supporting their games, said Sweeney. There's a rationale for this on console where there's an enormous investment in hardware, often sold below cost, and marketing campaigns in broad partnership with publisher. But on open platforms, 30% is disproportionate to the cost of the service these stores perform, such as payment, processing, download bandwidth, and customer service. Android, like PC and Mac, also has the bonus of being an open platform, something that makes Epic's unusual release plan possible for Fortnite Mobile. While Fortnite made its mobile debut on iOS earlier this year, Apple is notoriously more strict about games hosted outside of its official App Store, and that's likely why the game took a more traditional route on iOS. Open platforms come with a higher risk of malicious files infecting players' devices under the guise of games or cheats. However, it's been an issue with Fortnite on PC for some time already, according to the owners of a streaming platform that tracked and took down one major piece of adware targeting Fortnite users this summer. But Sweeney told Eurogamer he wasn't concerned that Fortnite's unusual Android release will make players susceptible to the same practices on mobile. You should look carefully at the sources of software you're installing and only install software from sources you trust, said Sweeney. Gamers have proven able to adopt safe software practices, and gaming has thrived on the open PC platform through many sources including Steam, Battle.net, Riot Games, Good Old Games, and EpicGames.com. We're confident Android will be similarly successful. Most importantly, Mobile operating systems increasingly provide robust, permissions-based security, enabling users to choose what each app is allowed to do. Save files, access microphone, access your contacts in our view. This is the way all computer and smartphone platforms should provide security, rather than entrusting one monopoly app store as the arbiter of what software users are allowed to obtain. So yeah, Epic's not with that going through Google. Nah, I'm gonna skip that. So yeah, it's a pretty ingenious move on Epic's part, because now they're bypassing the gatekeepers and going directly to you. Smart move. Google should do what they can, even if it's like lowering the buy-in or the 30% that they're gonna get. Lower that, make it to something you'll eat a lot of money. You eat, but you're not gonna lose probably the biggest game that will ever come to your platform. If they got Fortnite on their platform the way iOS did, the platform's going to do numbers. So I don't know why Google or Android wouldn't go after that. But to each his own, I mean, maybe you guys can, tell me why you think that, they wouldn't go for it at the bottom. All right. So Minecraft Studios head says devs and studios benefit from generous time off policies. I agree with this already. Whether it's parental leave or elder care leave or a sabbatical. I might need a sabbatical soon. We need opportunities for people to take a break and not have to start over from scratch when they have come back. Minecraft studio head Helen Chang explains how offering devs more opportunities for leave can benefit multiple parties. Helen Chang is the recently appointed studio head for Minecraft, a position that, coupled with her own 9 years of experience at Microsoft, has given her insight into how studio culture varies across different countries and which practices U.S. employers could stand to change. Chang, who stepped into the role in January following former Minecraft head Matt Booty's, his name is Matt Booty's, job shift, tells Quartz that her time working with Minecraft developers in Sweden has deepened her belief that the industry in the United States would benefit from an employment structure that allowed developers to take leave without fear of professional or financial repercussions. One important point she calls out is to not disqualify applicants based on gaps in their resumes. She says her Minecraft team notably has a lot of mothers returning to the workforce after taking time off for maternity leave, something she ensured recruiters were empathetic to. In a similar vein, she says that employers in the United States could stand to embrace practices common to countries in Europe in regards to sabbaticals and time off, noting that, in her experience, those devs come back to work with a newfound drive and energy. I've really thought about this because half of my Minecraft team is based in Sweden, and I looked at some of these European countries that support a gap year or more extended parental leave, and it really gives employees the opportunities to really enjoy or immerse themselves in their life experiences, whether it's having a baby or something that's happening in their family, says Chang. And I see my Swedish employees coming back more energized, which convinces me that we need to support more flexible work arrangements and allow for something like that in the U.S. On my team, someone is about to go on sabbatical, and someone else is taking an extended summer leave to go work on a passion project. And I don't look at this as proof that they are any less committed to what we're doing. She continues, when they're at work, they're working hard and fully committed. But we need to recognize there's more to life than work. And I think it's great that they've invested in things beyond the office. And I know they're going to come back re-energized and ready to take on the next set of challenges for us. Her views on the value of time off are only one small part of the interview. However, the rest of the chat examines the unique insight being a woman that has spent nearly 10 years working for a major company like Microsoft has given her. She explores valuable topics individuals of any gender should be aware of, like empathy for resume gaps for maternity leave, dealing with criticism of being called too quiet or too pushy, and addressing things like gendered merchandise and marketing practices. So yeah, man, that's something I definitely would support in the States. Much more flexible time off schedules and stuff like that, because man, I mean, there's a lot of things I guarantee people want to do if they, have a kid, if they want to go on sabbatical, maybe work on a project or a passion project or something like that. The thing is, she's right. It will invigorate people. It will make people want to come back to work ready and, much more active and ready to take on challenges, because they have almost what that work, it's closer to that work-life balance where if you're in your life, you're ambitious and you have like things that you want to do, you can do that. And if you're passionate about work, you can consume yourself with both work and your passion projects. So yeah, that's a good initiative on Minecraft team right there. Okay, so let's talk about some good quotes. Yeah, it's been a pretty dope week so far. I've got a bit of a dental thing, so I wanted to do my episode before I had to do that. So because I probably won't be able to talk for the rest of the day, my face is gonna feel like this. So let's do this episode. Let's get it done. All right, James Humes says, "The art of communication is the language of leadership. Youth is a gift of nature, but age is the work of art." Stanislaw Jerzy Lech said that. John Wooden said, "Be true to yourself. Help others. Make each day your masterpiece. Make friendship a fine art. Drink deeply from good books. Build a shelter against the rainy day. Give thanks for your blessings and pray for guidance every day." Read from good books, especially the Bible. Pablo Picasso once said, "The purpose of art is washing the dust of daily life off our souls." The purpose of art is washing the dust of daily life off our souls. That's a deep one. I like that one a lot. I'm going to leave you with two quotes here. The first is by Victor Pinchuk. He says, "Art, freedom, and creativity will change society faster than politics." Albert Einstein once said, "It is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge." It is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. I hope I can awaken some creative expression and knowledge in whoever watches any of these tapes. I want to thank you very much for watching another episode and listening to another episode of The Art of Struggle. You can catch any of these episodes on Anchor, iTunes, Spotify, pretty much wherever you get your podcasts. I want to remind you to keep on making those arcanes. Keep on making those arcanes. Keep drawing, keep painting, keep sculpting, keep writing, keep singing, keep dancing. The life you want is on the other side of your struggle. You're never going to know if you don't start. That's real talk. This is Ty on The Art of Struggle, and I'm signing out.